check out the tail of the tape.
Look at what you got to really look at. Both guys have a lot of experience. Both are good fighters, tough guys. 42 years of age, Charlie Ward is still giving good performances against a 32-year-older. We'll see if he still has it.
The buzz for Charlie Ward as he approaches the cage. Saw him against Fabian Edwards last year, and what really was his last chance to get back into title contention. But boy, that is, I guess it's simple to say it, John, a man's man right there.
Oh, I love Charlie Ward. He is funny to be around. He is a guy that will fight anybody, anywhere. He's the throwback in a way with more skill than Tank Abbott.
So Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here in Dublin, we go to a featured prelim set for 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in 184.8 pounds. His professional record, 14 wins, 4 losses. From London, England, Mike Shipman. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner at 5'11", weighing in 185.2 pounds. As a professional, 10 victories, 5 defeats, fighting out of Mount Mellick, Ireland, introducing Relentless Charlie Ward. In charge of the action, your referee, Keith Peterson.
You are so right, John. If you put Charlie Ward in the DeLorean and send it back 20 years, back to the Wild West, early days of the sport, man, would he fit in just fine.
He'd have been so good. He's good now, but I mean, he just has that same thought pattern, that personality. I'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. I don't care.
But now everybody's so polished and has all these skills.
Yeah. Nice hard feint by Charlie, getting Mike bite on it, seeing what he's going to do.
Mike Shipman shoots it immediately. Feel the strength here of Charlie Ward up along the fence.
Nice job by Shipman. He's in on those hips. He's got it up. And if you're going to beat Charlie Ward, this is what you do. Get him to the ground, get him on his back. So this is smart fighting right now by Mike Shipman.
What Fabian Edwards did.
Yeah, who is a striker.
Yep. Enjoy just a taste of what's to come from this crowd tonight. Al Pacino wants to just get warmed up. Mike Shipman had that 13-fight win streak earlier in his career. He lost to Costello Vanstinas and sort of derailed him a little bit. Boy, did Lorenz Larkin blow up social media with the knockout in LA.
Lorenz Larkin just reminded everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a great way to phrase it, because there are so many fighters on the Bellator roster now, so many elite fighters. Sometimes you forget. And Lorenz Larkin reminded everybody in the blink of an eye.
That's it.
I'm not sure you're going to find anyone who enjoys being in there more than Charlie Ward.
No. I got to give credit where it's due. You watch how Charlie Ward got up from that first takedown of Mike Shipman. In the past, he didn't have that ability, so it's showing. Just when he does these things, it's like, man, this is a guy at 42 years of age. He's still trying to get better, and he's still working on his game, and he's not staying on his back like he did before. He's getting himself up, which says a lot about, he's got heart. He's definitely tough as nails.
How many times do we talk about fighters adjusting in their lives to having a new baby? Charlie Ward's son is 22. This has been a good first round for Mike Shipman. score the takedowns.
Mike Shipman is fighting the exact way that he needs to fight against Charlie Ward to win this fight. This is called fight IQ. I give him credit for not getting into that mental thing of, oh, I'll stand and bang with you. That's playing into Charlie Ward's strength.
As we discussed, you can do damage from the bottom. It's much harder.
Again, there's Charlie working to get himself back to his feet. Great job by Shipman.
There he is.
Good. Oh, Charlie Ward getting that outside trip. And now he's talking still.
What's that thing about old dogs and new tricks?
That's it. Charlie in the top position is trouble. He's got a lot of power, and he brings heavy elbows down. So Shipman needs to really keep himself safe here and get himself back to a full guard at least. That's what you're seeing him do.
Explain the difference in the ability to do damage from side control versus being in a full guard.
You know, it's not easy to do damage in side control because there comes a point in it where you've got to give space to land that shot. So you've got to be smart in how you do it. Bringing knee on belly is a great way to do it. Or putting so much pressure you start to make your opponent actually turn towards their side. Now I can actually create a space and do some damage. But it's not easy. There's a skill to it.
And up and down inside Bellator. Just makes you smile, doesn't it? You gotta love what you do, especially if this is what you choose to do. There's a great self-awareness about Charlie Ward. Tries at that jump knee.
Charlie's having fun.
What is that like when you look across the cage at the guy you're life and death with and he's smiling and laughing?
You know, the worst thing in the world is when you hit someone with your best shot and he just looks at you and smiles and you go, oh, this is not going to be fun.
Only 2 of Mike Shipman's 18 fights have gone the distance. He knows the path to this one. That's the best shot he's landed.
Very nice, clean combination by Mike Shipman there.
Charlie Ward just comes forward.
Charlie really needs to use that left hand to start setting up the jab, so that'll help set up his right hand. But that was a big shot by Shipman.
And Mike Shipman says, all right.
Look at, this is what I'm talking about. He knows he hit him with a good shot. And look at what Charlie's doing. He's just smiling.
Throwback.
Oh, yeah. And all what Mike Shipman should be thinking is, no problem, I'll hit you with another one here soon. Don't get caught up in the bravado. He almost tagged him with that right hand again.
We should have mic'd him up.
I can tell you, when Charlie's in there, he talks the entire time.
Just a left jab, and that shook Mike Shipman. Perfect game plan in round one for Mike Shipman, but he hasn't been able to get inside to come close to a takedown here in round two.
Bob Uecker would say that's a swing and a miss. Nice job of running him into the cage.
Stayed patient. This round very much up for grabs.
Hands inside, hands inside.
Charlie Ward very quickly back up.
Shipman in on the body lock right away before he ever even got back to his feet. Trying to just tear up that thigh a little bit, get him to where he starts to react to it, and bring him back down. Great job of trying to feel the hands right here. You see Charlie Ward dig in those hands.
Finger by finger. John, what can he grab and what can't he grab?
He can grab the entire glove. He can grab at least 3 fingers, but he cannot grab 2 or 1.
Good takedown at an important time in the round.
60 seconds, Charlie Ward. Left underhook, open your right elbow. Left underhook now.
Mike Shipman again fighting a smart fight, doing exactly what he should be doing to try to get a win against Charlie Ward.
Open your right shoulder.
Good elbow from the top.
35.
Charlie does a great job of getting himself up from this position, so we'll see if Shipman can drive him back down.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Right here, you notice how Shipman's standing on that back of the calf on the ankle. Smart. It puts pressure down on the leg. It gives you a position to be up. That's all nicely done by Mike Shipman. And putting the fight where he needs to get the win.
Sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight.
Yeah, some of those were just effective strategically. They weren't necessarily big knees, but they helped Mike Shipman keep control along the fence.
That's when he's getting that body lock, just attacking the legs. No defense for Charlie. And right now, Charlie's just the one is not enough. He's going to have to think about, I've got to throw in combinations, because it's maybe not the 1 or the 2 that's going to land, but then that 3 or 4, that's what you're looking for. You've got to throw more than just the 1.
Mike Shipman's even gotten the better of the exchanges.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be over here.
Again, a lot of people don't, oh, he's running away. No, that's called being smart. It's tactical. I'm not going to just put myself against the cage and let you sit there and swing at me. I'm going to move myself to where I can now put shots back on you.
That's an example of a knee strike. Doesn't do any damage, but it took him out of danger.
Exactly. And it didn't feel good.
I'm sure it did, I tell you.
Nice, heavy right hand, landing more towards the neck area, though.
Again, textbook.
Very nice double leg takedown by Mike Shipman in the middle of the cage. And so Charlie's going to end up having to turn, like you're seeing right now. He's going to try to push Shipman a little bit away. Charlie's going to end up getting towards his knees to get himself up. Because if he stays on his back, this fight's going to definitely be over. especially with where he's, you know that, look at where his left arm is. That's heavy shoulder pressure into the neck of Charlie Ward. Brings the shoulder down for a strike. But when you have that position with the underhook on the far side like you're seeing, very difficult for Charlie Ward to get up.
Big fight for Mike Shipman. He lost 3 out of 4. Had some losses inside Bellator. He fought a really smart fight. He fought a tactical fight. He's been the better fighter easily for 13.5 minutes.
Yeah, this has actually been one of Mike's better performances overall. And when I'm saying better performance, not only physically what he's doing, but the mental aspect. Fighting a well-planned fight, following the game plan. Just done an outstanding job.
Big night for the London shoot fighter so far. MVP heading back into the Bellator cage in 2 weeks. Skoichi Yamuchi, I love that fight.
He's got a tough one.
Ooh, I love that fight.
Great job of Mike Shipman.
Yeah.
Keep the fight in the middle of the cage now, on the ground. Charlie Ward doesn't have the power to hurt him here. Charlie's still talking to him.
Remember, he was talking to Fabian Edwards throughout the fight, on the bottom, after the fight. Mike Shipman still on the offense, still on the attack, still dropping elbows. Really impressive performance.
Yeah.
But Michael C. Williams has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 3 judges at cage side: Sal D'Amato, Eric Colon, Marcel Varela, all see it the same, 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Mike C. Shipman.